my name is April Seekins, and this is my first podcast. I'm also going to be sharing this on YouTube, and I'm not the person that does like Facebook with a lot of videos or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. So this is super new for me. So bear with me. There might be some rough edges, but I just felt like I really need to start a podcast. My intent to do this is that I've been through a lot of traumatic events in my life, or most of my life, and I've been able to overcome most of it. I believe I'll always be overcoming until I die, so it's an ongoing process. So that's my intention. So I really want to give people that are in dark places hope. Give the hopeless, girls that are in the sex trade, strippers, prostitutes. If you don't like being there, there is hope to get out, and there is hope not just to live a mediocre life, but to live an amazing life. So just to give you a quick background of my life, just even from the beginnings of being 5 or 6 years old, I remember my dad raping my mom, and then reading the scripture about submitting to your husband. My sister and I were kidnapped from my dad. We lived in hotels for about a month. He was caught going over to Mexico, and he was arrested, and we were flew back home. At 10 years old, I was raped by my dad. Totally forgot about that until about a couple of years ago, because it was so traumatic. And I grew up with PTSD, social anxiety, depression, and all these mental and emotional problems, and I had no idea why I had these problems. And so it was really interesting. And so from there, at 16 years old, I was dropped off on the streets because I refused to abort my baby, and then gave that baby up for adoption to my aunt and uncle. And then I got married, had 3 more boys. My husband at the time had multiple affairs on me, didn't know when he would be home, all that stuff, and ended up divorcing him. Had no means of making money. I was a stay-home mom. I just wanted to be home with my kids. That was my dream. But I had to support my kids, so I ended up being a stripper. And then the FBI came in and closed all the strip clubs down. And I had no other choice than to be a prostitute, so I thought. And just that whole lifestyle, I was doing that for about 7 years total. And it really ripped me apart. And I knew I was meant for something better than that. And so I decided to come out of that. And I found a book at a Christian bookstore by Danny Johnson, and I ended up going to her events, and I quit prostitution, started a business at zero, and within 4 years I was a 6-figure entrepreneur. And so I have a lot of experience with trauma, and a lot of experience with just a lot of emotional pain and just horrible thoughts about myself and about the world and all that stuff. And so my intent with this podcast is to kind of share some of my stories, how I overcame, how I was thinking, and how I came out of where I was. And I am on no medication. I've been able to do it through my mind and my actions and my belief in my Creator as well. So hopefully this will be beneficial for you, and we will see you on the other side.